Alright, this is like my third take home video because I ran out of storage. I feel like I said it very well the second time, but I'm being given an opportunity to put it into better words just to protect myself and my reputation by my above natural comprehension lawyers, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so mad. So I watched these excuse me, I watched this video on YouTube just now about all these YouTubers that got accused of stuff and that ended up proving themselves innocent, or at least winning back the public's trust or something like that by presenting the facts and all that shit. And it helped me realize something. There's actually a political strategy here that, like, real shit, I could develop it. I won't do that, but like there's a real political strategy here of like targeting these YouTubers in a very specific way. And I'm gonna word out the strategy, and I'm gonna word it in two ways. I'm gonna word it as intentional, and then I'm gonna word it as a natural just accident. Now, let's start with the natural accident. Let's say a YouTuber, a TikToker, a Twitch streamer, a Instagrammer, who cares? All these guys on these platforms where they mostly have to manage themselves start dating someone. And during the time they're dating someone, they post all these videos. It's cute, it's hilarious, they're always having a good time, nothing bad ever happens. Then they break up. Now, at the end of every relationship, there's anger, there's frustration, there's confusion, there's fear, there's doubt, there is the paranoia that both sides are messing with the other. I have talked to women who were in these weird little games with their exes where both of them seem to be trying to get each other's attention without falling into the trap of being the one who got rejected the hardest. And what I noticed about this is every time these girls tell me about their exes, every time these girls ask me for advice, they always sort of give me the opportunity to say, that guy sounds like an asshole, and you should totally fucking leave that guy. Man, that guy isn't good. He's not good for you whatsoever. Yeah, like, shawty, like, I'll be so real with you. That guy doesn't care about you like I care about you. Shit like that, right? And what I notice is, like, every relationship has its problems. Every relationship has its issues. When a girl comes to you and talks about her ex and all the problems that they had, and you're talking about it from her point of view, you're almost obligated to keep discussing things from her point of view. Like, it would be messed up if she comes to you and she said, you never cared about me, it seemed like he was only using me, this and that, and then you were like, yeah, but maybe he wasn't though. Like, that's a fucked up thing to do. It's a fucked up thing to do, and it's a really fucked up thing to do. Okay, so here's what happens. These YouTubers have these exes. In like normal relationships, there's fighting, there's anger, there's confusion. Somebody talks to one of these YouTubers' exes, and they're like, oh my gosh. And you know what? I just realized with the level of like power and influence he has over you, like all these situations are really fucked up. Like that story you're telling me of like him like always caring about his emotions more than yours, or like making you feel guilty, or like confusing you, like that's really fucked up behavior. That's predatory. You should tell people about this. Like he's got too much power. He's just gonna do it to someone else. And here's the thing, at this point, this is just the same shit talking that you would have about a normal relationship. The same shit talking, which is like, all men are fucking assholes, all men are narcissistic, right? Same level, but it's somebody with influence now. There is a point in every relationship where one of them wants to have sex and one of them doesn't, and they have a little bit of a back and forth about it. And in a regular, long-lasting marriage, it's just a part of life. It's annoying. It's a joke. It's like, oh my gosh, you're that, right? But in a confusing, toxic relationship, it's a legitimate, like, scary thing. It's a legitimate, scary thing, I think, for both sides. So this person is now encouraged by a group of people who are all empathizing with her, sympathizing with her, and saying, you know what, based on everything you're saying and the level of power he has, you were getting abused, and that was rape right there. That was rape. So they tell her to post about it to expose this guy. And now everybody is like, why would somebody that close to, why would anybody lie about that? and now there's a bunch of doubt put on this YouTuber's name. That is the natural, it just happened way, right? Now here is the, I fucking hate this guy, I want him off this fucking platform. Oh shit, y'all used to date? Tell me about that. No, I'm just a random person. Tell me about that. Oh, we're in a Discord server just talking shit. We're just talking. Oh, just tell me about that. I didn't come to find you or anything like that. Just tell me about it. So here's what goes on. Let's say it's one of those YouTubers that gets on YouTube and they're all like, these fucking libtards don't care about the facts. There's only two genders and all that shit, right? Now, obviously, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck about the politics here. The liberal side would obviously want a conservative YouTuber that's talking shit, that's demoting, that's disapproving, that's disinfluencing. What's the word for like pushing away? Like there's like promoting. What's the word for dismoding? Defecation? I don't fucking know. There's a word here that either needs to be made or that I need to learn. Okay, and I'm upset about that. Okay, so all these people watching this YouTuber that disagree with the YouTuber don't like that this guy's saying all this stuff and that they have an audience that's growing. They don't like that these ideas that go against their life and their survival are spreading, are being adopted, and are being better and being presented by this person. They all have a reason to want this guy to lose his platform. That guy has an ex-partner, and like every relationship that ends, there's conflict, there's drama, and both sides can blame each other. Now, a group of these people surround the ex, and they get the ex to feel like they were molested, they were taken advantage of, they were raped, they were abused. Why? Because they feel like this guy is abusing his power by using his influence to promote anything that goes against who they are and make their lives harder. They're already projecting how they feel about this guy onto the ex, right? And so they're telling the ex, like, you need to expose this. You need to tell people this. You need to tell people what this guy was doing. But it's like every relationship. No, it was her fault. No, it was his fault. No, it was her fault. No, it was his fault. So they get her to post this big expose. And now here's what happens. This guy who is posting political content, who's got all these guys who have a reason politically to see them lose their platform, are like, oh my God, he got accused of rape? This isn't about politics anymore. He's a rapist. I don't need to know. He's a rapist. That's what this is. We need to get this guy out of here. It's not about my beliefs. It's not about our difference of opinion. He's a rapist. And so they pretty much take advantage of the fact that they have an open opportunity with confusion and with disprovability to just say, based on what I've been told, it's plausible for me to believe that this person is a monster, a predator, a rapist. And I think that all predators, all monsters, and rapists should be removed from the platform to keep it safe. And this has nothing to do with me disagreeing with his content. This has nothing to do with our political differences. It has nothing to do with that. I just think he's a rapist and he needs to go, and that's all it is. And so everybody who has a shot to take, that's their shot. Even if it was like, one time I tried to shake that nigga's hand at a fucking YouTuber meetup and that bitch ass nigga ignored me. Even if it's shit like that, like the smallest little problems, that's their shot. He's a rapist. They're a rapist. They raped kids. They raped women. They abused their power. They did all this stuff, right? And now here's what goes on. The better that they can get these I fucking hate that. Hold on. I don't like my hair right now. The better that they can get these is it the lighting? What's going on here? What is this? What is this? What is this? Okay. The more that they can get the accusation to be harder to disprove, the more that people can keep up the momentum of ruining this YouTuber's life. Meaning, if the YouTuber themselves does not have any evidence, any receipts, any ability to defend themselves, then ultimately it's just a vote. It's just about who's putting more emotion, the people that support them or the people that don't support them. And the people that don't support them, and in life, it feels like everybody's kind of against you, even the ones that support you. That motion is a little bigger and so destroys everything, right? Think about the PewDiePie situation where he was accused of being a Nazi. and people took their shots. You know, all the guys that are like, that shit isn't right. How can somebody just live their life fucking playing games and I gotta do this and that? People had their opportunity to take that shot. And so they did. They took those shots, and PewDiePie posts these videos and he's like, bro, all this shit is being taken out of context. Like, I get it. These jokes are edgy, but I've been doing edgy content for a while now, and you guys know this. Like, how have you investigated me enough to even make this accusation without seeing all this evidence of like me just having this sense of humor and all this stuff, right? And it's like that. If PewDiePie isn't able to put that all in the context, PewDiePie permanently loses his relationship with YouTube. And it's said that he lost his relationship with Disney. And that's just what happens. Even if PewDiePie comes out and says, look, you guys have content like this all across the board. You support these guys because they present themselves as joking. You let them get their support. You let them survive. I was doing nothing wrong, and you see that these are being taken out of context. PewDiePie still loses his deal with Disney. Meaning, even if the accusation is false, it does permanent damage to his platform. And so, when somebody makes an accusation and the accusation is close enough and hard to disprove, it is an opportunity to take as much as you can from that fucking person. Ruin their life. Make sure that they get fucked up because you don't like what they're saying. You don't like who they are. You don't like that they're not what you want them to be. And so, like, in political strategy, it's a real thing to to target these people's exes and pressure them into seeing their differences, their conflict as an intentional manipulation from a powerful influence, and to create as many feasible accusations as possible so that everybody